Welcome back, gamers. We're doing our last chapter of The Last Door. I know I'm gonna muck it up, so I should probably get the guide ready to go. And, let's, Jack, I want you to start a timer and see how long it takes real time before I have to look at the guide. Go. Put it, I want it right there. I want it right there. Yeah. This seems like a good spot for it. The adventure continues in episode 4, which we are on. Previously on The Last Door. After escaping from his burial, Devitt finds himself in a cellar of London's darkest slum, the Old Nickel Rookery. In his pocket, he has a ticket for a show called The Four Witnesses. Devitt walks through the misty streets, following a strange man who seems to guide him. He learns the legend of the Simurgh, the king of birds. Following his trail through a dreamlike land of fog, Devitt finally meets Alexandre? Is it a dude or a chick? I don't know. A member of the secret group that Devitt and his friends had at school. Alexandre welcomes Devitt and speaks of an entity called the Bird that has been calling them ever since the experiment they conducted back then. It's like Alex and Andre. Alexandre. There's no turning back. Huh. I'm controlling Alexandre this time. I have made my mind. I'm ready. Go on. Do it. Do it. Do it! I like that intro a lot. Can you see all these stars twinkling in the black outer abyss? All the constellations traced by human eyes in long distant eras? Look now to the forest in the valley, to the old tower, from the last tree in the distance to the stars in the sky. And even the stones beneath our feet are just silhouettes that hide the truth from our poor senses. Ancient shadows that hang over the veil that hides the world. As if it were the curtain of a theater, the veil separates the truth from the lie. The veil is a place, Devitt, a place of mists. Anthony's great abilities brought you here, but his influence will soon fade away. The mask of his lies will descend over your eyes once again. You must find the door, as I did. The door that gives passage through the veil. Open it, and we will walk together beyond the mist. I suppose you are wondering why I called you so urgently. I cannot deny it, your letter was truly mysterious. I have been traveling, Doctor, to Scotland. Have you heard about the massacre of St. Gall? Why, yes, the tragic event has been the continued object of speculation and grim rumor in every newspaper in England. For weeks now, pamphlets have claimed that all kinds of macabre things took place. But I don't understand. How is all this connected with my patient? He was there. I'm afraid he is one of the victims. Dear God. Are you telling me my patient has been murdered? Murdered? Thankfully, no. Please excuse me for alarming you. I did not mean to give this impression. Herr Devitt was attacked, but survived. Well, what happened to him, then? It seems the criminal was caught by Herr Devitt in the midst of the act. Then he tried to do the same thing to Devitt that he had done to the others. Fortunately, the nuns arrived in time to unearth him from the coffin. Herr Devitt was hospitalized. The nurses report that he remained unconscious for an entire day. What was the cause of those awful deaths? No one knows for sure. The victims were inflicted with terrible wounds. All of them had an expression of utmost terror on their faces. What was Devitt doing there? Many years ago, the St. Gall Hospital was a boarding school. It appears that both your patient and Mr. Beechworth spent a part of their youth together there. We can assume that Herr Devitt was investigating something. He believed he had found a clue related to his friend's death. I suspect you did not find Mr. Devitt in the hospital. Indeed, he was already gone by the time I arrived. I have not been able to determine his whereabouts since. I see. What conclusions do you draw from all these circumstances? I have some theories, but I would prefer not to reveal them until events have unfolded. In all of them, there is a fundamental element whose role has not yet been revealed. Wonder if I should do my really flamboyant German accent for him, like, oh, scandalous. And what leads you to this conclusion? It is something that the Holy Sisters found beside Herr Devitt within the coffin. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. An empty hypodermic needle with traces of an unknown substance. And right as I got it, I end the scene. Okay. I suppose we should probably start the timer from here. Just giving you extra work, Jack. I'm sure this is the place. Alexandre's house must be just ahead. Oh, wait. Go back. The ancient castle of Pevensey rests in the distance. It was a garrison first built by the Romans, but was abandoned and has been in ruin ever since. See? Important details. There's a large iron bar latching the door. Yoink. It is quite odd that the door was latched from the outside. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Oh no, put it back. I'm not going to be able to see in here. It's latched. I can't open it from this side. Hello? No one is answering. Perhaps I should go inside anyway. I'll just tell the household that I'm an old friend come to visit. The house lights are on. Someone must be home. Yoink. Hello? Footsteps. There must be someone upstairs. A strange woman stares down at me, glaring with a silent reproach at my intrusion. Sorry, ma'am. Well-crafted grandfather clock, but it seems to be out of order. One of the hands is missing. Alright. Important detail for later. It could be Pevensey Castle, but in this painting the garrison is not in ruins. A couple of old teacups sit on the table. One of them is full and still warm. Hello. A key. An oil lamp. Gimme. Just some old bottles. I know I'm supposed to go upstairs, but... And the outside. Locked. I need a key to open it. An ancient stone well. A rope hangs inside, disappearing into the darkness below. It looks like someone was buried here. I can't dig with my bare hands. I mean, you can, but it's not a good idea. Oh, cool. So now we've got that taken care of. I like how we're just leaving doors open all over the place. Like, no regard for the heat inside the house, anything like that. Nah, just, we got shit to do. Which, speaking of, it must be cooler out today because it was hot as balls earlier, and now I'm actually, like, the AC has finally caught up and I'm cold. Nope. Nope, it is definitely not cooled off. It is... there we go. 99 out. Fuck that. I hate that. I'm not stepping foot outside until I have to. I should probably turn the AC up a bit, though, because I don't want to know what my power bill is going to be with what it's at right now. The silhouette of a man. It bears a strong resemblance to Alexandra. The silhouette of a woman. I assume the mother. I'm just flouting the obvious as much as possible. Portrait of an old man, perhaps maybe a ship captain. It looks like he's trying to guard this chest with a stern glare. Huge chest made out of oak wood. Yoink. There's a large iron hook inside. I'll take this hook. There's a fragment of a diary under a hook. August 5th, 1887. I can't work in the basement anymore. Those wretched sculptures, I feel them stalking me in the darkness. I know it is not possible, but I can hear the crunches, the flapping wings, stone grinding on stone. Their frozen paroxysms, with what diabolical art were those gestures conceived? An eternal movement, a tension, an impossible struggle to get back the life they never had. I might place them outdoors in the greenhouse and let the mold devour them and wasps make nests of their hollow hearts. Oh, good. So the greenhouse is full of wasps. That's good. I love wasps. Camera tripod. Yoink. Hey, look. I think it's a dark room. Basin with a copper drain. Looks like some kind of red-tinted glass cover used to mask the lamp. It's completely shattered on the floor. Glass jar containing a yellow substance. The label reads cyanide. Glug, 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 glug. And game over. The image of a couple wearing rat masks at a festival. Hey, Toby! They're rats! It is a big book of home chemistry recipes. A few pages have been bookmarked, and some articles are underlined. 3149. Collodion for photography. Collodion is the vehicle by which the photographic chemicals are united upon the surface of the glass and the sensitive coating produced. Many formulae are published for this article, to which great value is attached, some supposing that to its peculiar composition belong the principal causes of failure or success. This is only in a degree true. 3151. To develop a positive image. This is done by pouring upon the plate about 1 ounce of the vitriol spirit solution and only then adding 5 or 6 drops of the cyanide acid. Then the plate must be thoroughly washed in water to remove any excess of the chemicals. 3150. The causes of failure. They would almost require a chapter by themselves. A long experience convinces us that 9 out of every 10 failures occur from a want of care, the presence of dirt, negligence. One cannot be over nice, careful, or cleanly. The best results always rewarding the most painstaking. If a mistake is made in the order specified in the formula, quickly flow clean water over the plaque and start again. I seem to be developing an instrument whose workings are beyond my knowledge. Technology! Pictures hanging from a cord. They look as if they were improperly developed. You can hardly distinguish anything. But I feel like this is going to be one of the rooms that changes when you go in again. A bust with his face turned around. A picture of an angel with a gentle face. This seems an invoice. May this document serve as a record of the payment made to the corresponding corresponding to the following work. The cuckoo clock mechanism has been modified to give the strokes exclusively at 6:15 in the afternoon. In addition, a special device and switch have been added to synchronize all clocks in the house. Neat. It's a letter. Dear Alexandre, I have excellent news. A contact from the university has given me access to a 12th century alchemical tome containing an amazing formulary. There's no doubt that, sometimes, mere contemplation takes the mind to places that otherwise it would never have visited. Leafing through the grimoire and marveling at the exquisite illumination of its pages, I have been struck by a sudden epiphany, a radical but elegant method that I have decided to try. Forgive me for not providing any information about the method itself. As soon as I get definite results, I will write to you immediately. I believe fortune has truly smiled upon us today. Vedete ne qui siat. June 8th, 1887. The shelf is lined with strange and complex books. Some titles include The Movements of Shadows, Preserving the Mind, and Lessons Beyond Nature. Huh, okay. Now let's go where we're supposed to. Now that we've thoroughly cased the place. Ouch. My shoulder hurts. Hello? Alexandre? Let me just, look over your room real fast. There's a scribbled annotation in this piece of paper. The veil is something we sense in our innermost being incessantly. In vain do we waste our lives, craving to tear through it. It is Jailathal. Something like Jailathal. The curtain behind which the great wings beat. Inside its ancient mist inhabit the shadows of those who left. Table holds nothing but a box with the description laudanum to be taken in case of anxiety. It is empty. I thought laudanum was a painkiller. Oh no, you know what? It's just a general sedative. Cuckoo clock is covered in dust. It appears to be missing an important piece. The bird. Misty Dock Overlook. Alright, let's talk to Alexandre. Alexandre, it's me, David. I'm sorry if I startled you. You told me I should come here, and I came as soon as I could. Can you tell me what is happening here? He gives no answer, but persistently stares at something nearby. He appears to be in some kind of hypnotic trance. When I was downstairs, I could have sworn I'd heard footsteps. Were they yours, or is there someone else in this house? For a moment I felt a flash of hope that he was looking at me, but he is unresponsive. Is everything alright? Why are you sitting in a wheelchair? Are you hurt, maybe? Can you stand? You don't just ask a guy why he's sitting in a wheelchair. What is wrong with you? He is staring blankly at some distant point, as if he has not heard my question at all. Alexandre, please, say something. I don't know what to do. I don't understand. Just what happened to him? Okay, so there wasn't a whole ton of point in talking to him anyway. Okay. So we've got cyanide, we've got a hook, we've got a lamp. We got a figurine of an angel facing the wall. I notice he seems to have a big problem with statuary. So let's see about the statues in the greenhouse. And the wasps. Ooh, I don't like that sound. This pane looks as if it had been broken from the inside. The statue of an angel with its wings spread. Its head is missing. I don't like that. A jar of vitriol oil. I must be careful. It's a powerful acid. Statue of an angel covered in mold. It's glancing at me with a sad gesture. Okay. Interesting. Okay, beautifully crafted steel greenhouse. It is old, but still in good condition. Let's see if I can use this hook to open up the cellar. Nope. Oops, that's not what I was doing. October 12th, 1887. It's been a while since I can't devote any time to this diary for reasons beyond my control. An event most tragic has taken place in this house. Mr. Dupre has gotten ill, immersed in an everlasting stupor from which it seems he shall not return anytime soon. Since the accident, I patiently take care of him. The doctor's treatments don't seem to do any good. I feed him like a child and make sure that all of the sculptures in the house are turned towards the wall. What else can I do? October 13th, 1887. The clockmaker just left. He has done such a good job. In the end, Mr. Dupre is not going to be able to notice the change in the clocks that he had so insistently requested. In his state, time will not be a problem anymore. This looks like the diary of a member of Alexandre's household. What happened to them? Teacups. One is full and still warm. So somebody's here. Somebody that's not Alexandre. The hand seems to be missing. Okay, it doesn't let me do anything with that. I wonder if I can take the hand from the cuckoo clock. Because it actually gave me the option to fiddle with it. The face of the clock has been turned. Why? Okay. Alright, have I missed any doors? Tripod. Probably developed. You can hardly distinguish anything. And the red light's been shattered. I still don't understand that. Yes, I am running out the clock before I have to look at the guide. Shut up. Invoice. 6 in the afternoon. So why is the face of the clock turned? There's got to be something I can do with that. But it just lets me examine it. Huh. Damn it. Oh, fireplace. I didn't think to look in the fireplace. Okay. Oh, I can take that light bulb. I need to start clicking on things more. It's very dark. Well, why would anybody think to return to the woods? Grumble, 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 grumble. I would have been lost for ages trying to find that. Old ruins lay by the path. They seem to be Roman in style. Oh. It's a dead deer. Corpse of a deer, its abdomen torn open. It looks recently dead. Shove a light bulb up its butt. Okay, is that it? I was just supposed to find the deer? Ruins and a deer. Oh! See, again, big brain think that I don't think of. The light bulb needed to be tinted red, so you cover it in blood. That's foul. And convenient that you find the deer. Figuring, yes, I already clicked that. And now the room is spooky. Inside the envelope, there's a glass sheet. It looks like a photographic plate. Okay, so let's read over this again. So we don't have Collodion. Unless it's already on Collodion. One cause of failure. I have to clean it first. Okay. Need something on which to apply the liquid. Put the photographic plate in a suitable place which to work. Okay. Okay, and now the vitriol. Cause a strong acidic reaction. And the cyanide. I've applied the liquids in the correct order. All that remains is to rinse the plate. An image is appearing on the plate. It's a photograph of Anthony and Alexandre. Hi! I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! The light bulb has exploded. Toby, why did your rat people attack me? Okay. I noticed that it didn't get rid of the vitriol and cyanide, so I wonder if I'll be using them again later. Okay. Maybe if I show it to Alexandre. Alexandre, do you recognize this photograph? Take a look. It is you and our friend Anthony, and there is someone else blurred in the background. Who is the third figure? Does he mean something to you? The bird awaits. Piece of clockwork, a hand. He's breathing heavily. He seems to be lacking air. Okay, let's get that clock fixed. Downstairs. I've put the clock hand in its place. I only need to set the clock to the correct time. Is it 6:15 or 6:15? I need to look at that invoice again. I had to give the strokes at exactly 6:15 in the afternoon. Okay, so 6:15, but then the cuckoo clock has been rotated. Okay, so it's been rotated like that. So we got what was that? A noise upstairs, like some kind of broken mechanism. Right, because the cuckoo clock is missing the bird. Cuckoo clock is covered in dust. It seems to be missing an important piece, the bird. Okay, where do I find the bird, buddy? Heavily seems to be lacking. I hope that me using the guide doesn't diminish the experience too much for you guys. I've just as much as I don't like relying on guides, it's worse for me when I spend a bunch of time stuck and lost. Okay. Within the mud and dirt inside of the bucket, there was a small bird of brass. Okay, now we can fix the cuckoo clock. Right, I need to actually put the bird on. Burp. Some noise as if there's something inside. Bird fixed perfectly. So let's flip that switch again. The bird has burst out at the stroke. Now its beak is open. Yoink. There was a key inside the bird. Okay, that must be the cellar key. That's what he was saying. Yoink. That was a bird impersonation. That wasn't me being startled. It was just, you know, mimicry. Dusty carpet of Asian origin. Mold and dust cover the portrait, making the subject indistinguishable. Again, I am struck by how gorgeous the soundtrack is. This piece of furniture has several drawers. I can open drawers! Inside this one is a gardener's shovel. The cabinet has a large stain of mold due to the high humidity of this atmosphere. But I got a shovel, and that's when I got me shovel. And there's ancient statue in poor conditions. It's very loud. I've got the volume turned almost all the way down on my headset. So if I had to make a complaint about this game, it's very loud. Alright. Book written in a language unknown to me. There's a scrawled annotation written in English on one of the margins. This and no other is the function of the serum we manufactured at the boarding school when we were young. It is something we didn't understand at that time, to accompany the mind to the proscenium of the big theater, and there help us look beyond the curtain that separates the world of men from the land of truth. To look, I say, if anything, to look, I say, if anything, to apprehend an image of what lives there. Just that. Will the hoopoe allow us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage and go beyond? What the fuck is a hoopoe? You don't make sense. Innumerable jars full of murky objects suspended in formaldehyde. Jars and test tubes. Everything is soaked in a chemical residues, and the air is filled with the smell of vinegar. It's that good shit. Unlabeled bottles and lab equipment. A bunch of dust-covered beakers with repulsive liquids. A few of them had developed fungi inside. Alright, this is all very neat. Oh, I need to dig up the grave. What? A huge cage full of leftovers and dirt. Animals have been captive here. Rude. Excuse me, fellas. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. I just, passing through. There are remains of a Roman mosaic behind this wall. I can't distinguish anything clearly. Am I going to find my own grave? Great shoveling technique. And it is indeed a coffin. The lock is very rusted, almost shattered. The skeletal fingers of the creature are clutching a rolled-up canvas. It's a map of the stars. Besides the corpse, there is a paper leaf. Dear Alexandre, undoubtedly, your methods are definitely stronger than mine. How do you manage to get results with such alacrity? On another note, my epiphany with the treatise of alchemy was not accidental. When examining the text closer, I have come to the conclusion that for a time, Raymundus Lully sought the same thing as we did. In his account, he describes a formula that he calls hoopoe. Yes, like the legendary bird. It closely resembles the serum with which we have worked so far, except for minor differences. It's a pity what you tell me about old Mike. I hope he gets better soon. Vedete neki siat. July 2nd, 1887. The remains of a humanoid body, but with a grotesque animal aspect. Maybe a small ape? It has a collar with some engraved words on it. Old Mike. Alright, so this canvas is the map of the stars. Deneb Vega, the Summer Triangle. Okay. I think Alexandre woke up. Yeah, you know, he's screaming and everything like that, but I'm just gonna... Oh, what? Hang on. He's screaming, but, yeah, I'm just gonna walk at a stately pace. There's no rush. After all, like, where the fuck's he gonna go? I'm sorry, that was mean. Alexandre! Whoa. Some diary pages on the wheelchair. The paper is ripped apart, as if someone had stripped it off the book hastily. October 31st, 1891. I'm writing this in the light of my desk lamp, hoping to be able to remember it all when the birds finally sing and the sun's blessing dispels the dark shadows of the mind. During the whole afternoon, a strong wind hit the valley, so strong that it has cracked the larger branch of the old oak in the garden. I find it hard to get sleep during these nights, so I read a lot while accompanying the professor. I don't really know when exactly I fell asleep. I was awakened by the chill of the night, which was seeping through the open window. I looked outside and I saw him. The professor was miraculously awake. What was my joy to see him standing on the balcony, watching the valley with a true serene expression, enjoying the fresh and calm air right after the storm. I felt that a blessing had fallen upon this house, and for a moment I felt immensely happy. I stared at him for a while without saying anything, being afraid of dispelling a vision I hadn't believed possible for a long time. And then, in the midst of the silence, I heard a sound that froze me in my seat and snatched all my calmness with such a terrible chill that I will never forget. A loud noise beside me, low-pitched as the drag of a slab. Mr. Alexandre's snore, who was pleasantly sleeping in his bed. I've already made a decision. I'll leave this house. Hello? A statue. It's holding something. It's a lens mounted in a metal ring. I bet that's something to do with that contraption in the photo room. Well, he's not in bed. He's missing. You stay there. No? Okay. Can't do that. Can't do that, Star Fox. Oh! No? No. Is there something else in here? There's some strange symbols marked in the surface. Clock mechanism is definitely broken. That's just the laudanum prescription again. Okay, angels are still here. Ruins are still here. Hello? Hello? Hi. That's new. There. It's my lovely, lovely drawings. Oh, the triangle. It's too bad I fucking suck at astronomy. Now what? Correct. This is the summer triangle. A wooden secretary desk, beautifully carved. The flip top has no knob or lock, just some strange symbols. An open envelope with a letter inside it. Dear Alexandre, I'm terribly sorry about old Mike. Will you put him to rest in his favorite place? After weeks of unsuccessful attempts, I've managed to distill the alchemical formula based on the notes you've sent me. Certainly you're a master of this arts and crafts. The subject reacted to the serum as usual, rapidly entering into a state of waking sleep. Suddenly the convulsions stopped, and since then he has not been responding to any kind of stimulation. He has remained in this state for many days. My diagnosis is brain dead. Which should be our next step, Alexandre? I'm worried that this could be the end of our research. Videte neki siat, August 23rd, 1887. This doesn't work to open the furniture. There's a dark hole in the center of the room. It delves into the depths of the earth far beyond what I can see. There's a mountain of compacted snow. Narrow window in the ceiling of the vault. Crystal fits perfectly in the telescope. So now that I've completed the summer triangle, There's a small cabinet with 2 slots for syringes. Only one of them remains. The voice again. It comes from the bottom of the pit. Alexandre? Alexandre? A variety of surgical instruments and some jars with chemicals in them. There's a chair in the middle of the room. Is this what you asked me to search for? Is it not, Alexandre? Am I right? The last door. Jail Lethal. The last door. We can cross together. What should I do? I am waiting for you. Here in the mist. It's nearby. I can hear it. What is nearby? What do you hear? I hear the beating of its wings. It knows we are afraid. I'm ready. Sit down. I don't think this has a happy end. I'm just gonna be brain dead at the end of this. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Do you think that we will find any clue here about Devitt's whereabouts? The police must have taken almost everything, but we have no other leads to pursue. Hopefully, they have overlooked something. What about this room? There is a sealed letter between this table and the wall. It looks like Herr Beechworth never sent it. I think it is best that you read it. Dearest Alexandre, please, you must reflect on this. We do not yet know what we are dealing with. If you were to open the door, it may stay that way. An open way for whatever lives on the other side. Videte necesiat. Oh, we went and opened ourselves a door, boys and girls. That's bad. The last door, if you will. I have something stuck in my teeth, by the way, and it's been bothering me for this entire recording. Also, I kind of like that they went with birds instead of the usual, like, Cthulhu imagery, you know, tentacles, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, there's a season. That's right, there is a season 2 in my library. Awesome. 2,040 backers. That's fantastic. What are the extras? Ooh! Ooh, this is worth a whole nother episode. Okay. Cool. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Welcome to the cult. And, I am going to go ahead and call this recording, and I'm probably just going to go ahead and roll right into the extras and see what that's all about. So, take care, and see you next time.